Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl and the Belly Up Sports Network. Today, we got a big issue. We got an issue with fake news. But before we get into that, I'm going to get in my main man. No, man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, dude? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, join the family. Subscribe to the channel because we don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We got family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. But let's bring in the third man of the team. Who?
Mike Jones. Who? Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Lego.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite the kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. We're going to go right into it. And Curt, what do we got on this fake news situation?
Okay, first of all, we owe you guys a big my bad because it's our bad. We did a whole show last week on this Matt Campbell thing, and that's on us. I mean, we didn't wait to see the dust settle. But it wasn't just us. The national media had picked up on this story with the Matt Campbell thing as well. And then Dave Burkett comes in and he does his reporting because he actually wrote a story on it as well. Him, Carlos Monarez, all those guys were writing stories on this Matt Campbell offer that supposedly was made to him by the Detroit Lions. And it was fake. It wasn't even a real story. The Lions never offered the guy a contract. That's just terrible reporting. I mean, we know it's the offseason. Hell, we look for stuff to cover every day for you guys. And sometimes it's hard. But we don't make crap up just because we want to do a show. That's terrible, terrible reporting. Then you get it kind of really started off this fake news gauntlet with Adam Schefter, reporting on Aaron Rodgers before the draft, blew the whole draft up. Now, he didn't quote any sources on that. But something about that may be, true because we are hearing reports from players that are saying the same thing. But to do a story to not have any sources and can't quote, say, hey, to my, because sometimes I know us as journalists, we don't want to, give our sources out. You want to protect your sources because you don't want it to get out. People can lose jobs because of things of that nature, telling secrets of an organization. So, you keep your as sources because you don't want somebody close to the organization, somebody who's taking out the trash, or somebody who's as close to an equipment manager, or somebody who knows the intricate workings of a team. They don't want to, put that person out on Front Street because they have the inside information. But then this last story, that PFF, man, this is really pissing me off. Come on, man. You're gonna take a piece of a story and report it, and now you have in the national media reporting that Jamal Williams is taking DeAndre Swift's job because you said that Anthony Lynn said that Jamal Williams was an A-type running back, and that means that he was the RB1. No, that's not what he said. He's the A-type running back because that's the type of running back he is. He said he had A-type running backs, he had B-type running backs, and Jamal Williams fit in that A-type category. So you're doing a whole piece on a story that you just fabricated out of an interview. You took a snippet of an interview and made it a whole story. Come on, man. You have to do better than that because now you're making up stories, and that's just not the way to do things. That reflects badly on you as a journalist and then badly on your organization, and they lose all credibility. Jim, what you got, man?
Yeah, it's ridiculous that this even has to be talked about. Adam Schefter is basically the gospel of the NFL. And when you come out and you got on the Dan Patrick show and you say, Dan Patrick says, walk me through this. Did you get a text or a phone call or how'd that happen? And he said, oh, wait, I didn't have any sources. What? Wait a second. What do you mean you didn't have any sources? You said on your tweet, per sources. Come on now. And he said, I just been listening to this all off season and it was going to break sometime, so why not do it then? You did it for clickbait. You did it for ESPN for clickbait. This is ridiculous. A guy we count on in the community of of what we do, our YouTube family, our Detroit Lions YouTubers, right? We rely on this content to be accurate so that we can report on it and give our take for you guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. PFF, that's irresponsible. Because I can understand why you say it's A and B, but A and B didn't even mean that. It didn't mean one level up from another level. It just meant a different type of back. It's ridiculous. Come on now. And then you report you even put a number on it, 68 million, 8 years. Where the hell did you get this from? I mean, you can't pull news out of your ass and just expect us to be able to report on it and with any type of conscience at all. We apologize to you guys because we fell for it too. And we're going to try to strive to do better because I think that that's what we should do. As you know, we're not media, we're fans, and we can't stand this stuff. Because if anything, we want to try to keep this show 100. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But what you got, Mike?
Yeah, man. Okay. I could see this happening in a startup type of media, beginners. You know, maybe people on our platform or somebody that's just starting off a little bit lower than us. You know, maybe I could see somebody getting that mixed up and reporting that or trying to do that as clickbait. But the national media, you don't need no clickbait. You already have an audience of 100,000 or more. You don't need it. So the fact that y'all did it, y'all took these little things and ran with it, just shows me that y'all are lazy. Yeah, y'all are being lazy. Y'all didn't follow through with none of your sources. What source? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all didn't go through and y'all didn't find out. So basically, y'all was going on vacation and y'all seen something real quick and y'all like, okay, copy and save, and I'm gonna go off and you know what I'm saying? Like, man, take your time, put your heart and effort into this. You get paid good money because it's your career to do this. This is something that we all wish that eventually happens, is that we don't have to do anything else outside of this and we can just get paid for Lions news. That's a dream job. Take it serious. Put some pride into it. That's all I got, man.
Yeah. I mean, like Dennis Dodd. I mean, like you said, you know, pulling the numbers out of the air, you know, is it something that, you know, I mean, like, did you look at a chart or something of what college coaches get and, you know, or what NFL coaches get and make those numbers up? And to your point, Mike, you know, you saying thousands of people. No, ESPN has millions of viewers. That's a worldwide leader of sports. That's getting reported all over the planet, all over the globe, because Aaron Rodgers is one of the biggest names in pro football. I mean, he was the MVP. He was the face of the league last year. And to do that, it was, you know, and I like Adam Schefter. You know, that's one of the guys I really go to. And that really was it's probably disappointing as of a story that was reported during the draft, because that almost dominated the whole draft. I mean, you think about that dominated definitely the first day of the draft, and even the second day, it took over some of that as well. I mean, this was covered by the national media. Now it's still being covered because there are still some reports out there that Aaron Rodgers is not in contact with the Packers and hasn't shown up, and they're bringing in quarterbacks, but still, it's still irresponsible to not be able to say, hey, I have this source, and just make the story up as it goes along. But, the Matt Campbell story really is more upsetting to me, just because of the fact that you're putting an entire fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're putting us as the Lions fan base, we're all, everybody's talking about it. That Matt Campbell story had legs and ran for about a whole week, because people were just talking about, did we get the right Campbell, and, how that would went. We covered it on our show. Hell, I mean, like, Matt Campbell wouldn't have put the same roster together of coaches, and it wasn't even something that even came up in Allen Park, because it wasn't even true. Come on, man. That just really pisses me off.
It's poor and irresponsible.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to sportscasting school. I mean, I've
Yes.
trained for this as a trade, and one of the biggest things that they taught us was make sure that you have credible sources when you actually reporting on a story, because of the fact you want your stuff to be truthful and insightful. This isn't like the National Enquirer in the NFL. This isn't like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't TMZ Sports. I mean, this is national credible
TMZ
media.
Sports.
I mean, that's, it's, you don't want to just put stuff out there. We know it's the off season, fellas, but come on, man. Y'all got to do better, man. Well, what else we got in news and rumors, Jim?
Let's start out the news and rumors. Lions O-line coach Frank Haley says Vaitai can do a lot of things that people in this league can't do. And I saw some film on Vaitai, and we're going to be getting some of that to you real soon. We are going to be going through film a little bit more, or actually start doing that soon. But I watched Vaitai just blow someone up. I mean, just blow someone up. And I'm like, wow. I mean, I didn't think the guy was that powerful, but in the run game, that is a stacked O-line if he can get back to form. And what he said about that was it was the injuries that really did hinder Vaitai. And we're going to see how Big V does. I'm excited because if he could hold down that guard position and play at a high level, you imagine what we have at the offensive line now?
Yeah.
How many teams have no holes in their offensive line?
Maybe the Cowboys of the past.
The Cowboys of the past, maybe.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Man, a running back could fall forward for 3 yards. He'll be 3 yards deep before he ever meets anybody. I mean, I like this. I like it a lot. What do you think there, Curt?
I did watch some film on him at the Eagles before, and I wasn't down on the signing. I know he had some holes in his game, but he's a versatile guy. I mean, like, there's not a lot of guys that can play inside and outside on the offensive line. Either they're interior offensive lineman or they're a tackle. They don't play both positions. But to be able to be versatile and play guard and tackle, that's pretty rare. You know what I'm saying? That it can play it fluidly. And he's a beast in the run game. I like him early Philadelphia years where he was in that inside position at guard, and he was a road grader. And if he can return back to that, like you say, it just makes a whole big difference on our offensive line where we can be a dominant force in the run game. We can give Jared Goff some reprieve. Hey, man, you just line up and hand the ball off, and we worry about it the rest of the time because you can controlling the clock. You're keeping that defense on the sidelines. That's one of the biggest things that hurt us last year is that the defense was on the field entirely too long, entirely too much, where they're just running out of gas because they got to substitute guys in and out. And then you have teams that are just run the hurry up and just keep our exhausted defense on the field. So I like the fact that we can control the clock with the run game, and Big V being that, and coming from Hank Fraley, I said that was my biggest as far as keep of the Lions staff. I'm feeling that because I trust Hank Fraley.
Yeah, me too, man. Thing is Big V. I think he's like 27 years old. So man, he's hella young. Everybody in the offensive line is young.
He's the old man.
He's the old man.
Yeah. So, I mean, can he return to form? Yeah. I don't think there's a question. Can he return to form? I think he's too young. And just to have a foot injury, you know what I'm saying? It's no question. Especially now that he's not been exposed to the pass rushers on the outside. He can kick in, and now he has his fellow Polynesian brother, you know what I'm saying? I think that's extra motivation. I don't know. I think they're gonna form a bond, just like McNeil and Angelike are gonna form a bond on the defensive line. And I think that's crucial to form bonds in the offensive line together as one, but especially that guy that you're playing next to. Okay, especially that's crucial for him to know what you're thinking while you're doing it without you telling him. That's crucial. And Yeah, man. I think we're gonna see Vaitai return to form. I think he might actually be better than he was when he was with the Eagles, just because Sewell is better than the guy that played next to him with the Eagles.
That's very
So,
true.
I think that mixed with the chemistry and yeah, man, we got something working here in the D, baby.
You
I'm
you
excited.
you put him, and then you surround him with Ragnow and Sewell. Oh my goodness! I mean, last year they
Yep.
were running on the left side,
Yeah.
going over towards Jackson, Ragnow, and Decker. Now this time they
Mhm.
can run anywhere they want.
Yep.
Mhm.
Teams ain't
They
going to
can
be able to
run.
key on one side. You know, there's going to be toss sweeps to Perriman and to all these other skill players. This is going to be a fun offense to watch, I think, and they don't even have the players that they need yet. Imagine
Right.
when they do. But I think this offensive line possibly could be set. Okay, next up, and can competitive coaches fuel the Detroit Lions comeback? I say yes, absolutely, 100%. You got guys out there that are competing against each other. Wait till another team comes up. I mean, they're talking smack with their own people. What you got, Curt?
Um, yeah. I mean, I just like the fact that you have guys that are on the sideline that are fueling the players. They're putting
Yeah,
the competitive fire under those guys. You know, you can just look at some of the pictures that have came out from the offseason workouts. You know, you can just see the competition in that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any pads. No helmets, no shells, no nothing.
no,
But
nothing.
they're out there getting it. You know what I'm saying? They're just the conditioning itself. They're out there competing, just doing that, and to have those coaches out there putting a fire underneath them. I'm with Jamal Williams. You can't come to the D and think you're gonna walk out. You're gonna say you're gonna be limping when you come out of Ford Field.
I
What you
agree.
got, Mike?
What you got, Mike?
Yeah, man. I like it, man. It it just not only shows people better their positions, but it brings the energy level, the competition level. When you got guys who played 5, 10, 15 years ago, that fire is still burning. That's why they jumped into coaching. Because they that fire is still burning. That want to compete is still there. They know, okay, maybe I'm past my prime. But I still want to compete. Because if they didn't want to compete, they'd be at home with their wives or kids. They got money. They don't have to coach, but they want to. And there's some players, there's some players who get drafted or maybe in the NFL who kind of just might be there for a check, and kind of don't really want to be on the team, but they don't spark the fuel to the fire and get it going. And that's why I'm not as worried about us not scrimmaging another team so early on. This is not really a big deal to me, man, because I just know that those guys are going to get them going. So
Yeah, they are. Hey, guess what? Michigan plans to lift the COVID restrictions and it's going to pave the way. Guess what? The commissioner gets his wish. Fully attended Lions games. Oh my goodness, Ford Field is going to be rocking when San Francisco comes to town. We're going to have a full stadium. I think that is huge news. What do you think, Curt?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's safe and you got an environment where you can keep everyone, what I'm saying, in the safest manner, and you got people who are out there doing the best thing for themselves and for their community, I don't have a problem with it at all. It's going to make a hell of difference
Yes, it will.
for the team. Just because of the fact that we watched last year, that was just sad watching.
It was.
And you
It
got
was
this
tough
got the
to watch.
cardboard cutouts. I mean, you look at the stadium behind me. That's a pregame stadium where they haven't even opened the gates yet, and that's what we played in last year.
Mhm.
So it's just a big thing, and I look forward to doing that. What I'm saying, Coach Mike will be in the building. I know you can't wait for that. So it's just one of those things, man. If I could get back to Michigan and get to Ford Field, I would definitely try to.
I got to
Right.
get there this year, and I'm going to.
Man, I mean, oh man, I got mixed feelings about this, man, because as a fan, you want the energy, right? You want to be there. You want the energy when you're on TV. You want to see people going crazy. That's just a part of football. That's just what football is. That energy.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like, oh man, I can't imagine 60, 70,000 people together. I'm telling you right now, somebody get the coffin, everybody gonna like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody gonna be like they might be, you might see somebody like get passed in the wave, like passing the
It's the fastest
people
clear out
everywhere.
we've ever seen of a stadium.
Because you know, when you go to Lions, when you in the games, the people in the row before you, the people in the row behind you, they're your best friends, right?
Yeah,
like y'all been knowing each other since y'all was 6 years old. Y'all, hey, oh yeah. So I'm telling you, they're gonna be passing people. He coughing, pass him on to the aisle, get him
like a mosh pit. They're being
that's crazy. What was that? But I did see this weekend with some of the NBA indoor arenas where they allow fans in, but they had caveats where they had to wear. Some of them had to wear masks, especially if they didn't provide their vaccination. You know what I'm saying? The card saying, hey, I'm fully vaccinated. Okay. So, it's going to be one of those things. It's still going to be some tricky things to this, where it's going to be some kind of thing where they have to make sure that for public safety that everyone's going to be, if they're going to have full stadiums with some type of caveats for it. But I think some stadiums are breaking it down to vaccinated sections versus non-vaccinated sections, especially for the general admission. So you're going to have it where it's going to be some things, but I'm excited, for the NFL season. And you're going to see crowds, and just look at the NBA playoffs. You're seeing fans in the stands, fans in there watching the game. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot.
Well, the thing is, they could have some sort of a thing where they give out wide receiver gloves or something for the first, 70,000 people that go into the. Oh wait, I'm kidding. That way you can high five and not worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm looking at it as a positive way, and I got to ask you guys this. This question. Do you think that stadium's going to be louder than normal because the fans weren't able to be there? The whole new regime. This is going to be exciting, man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crunk up in there. And I feel like this, that advantage that the Lions have in that stadium is gonna be back when they get the fans back in there.
Oh, I think
it's gonna be there.
Deafening.
A whole bunch of false starts, whole bunch of offsides. My thing is I just make sure that our players, because we have a lot of new individuals on the Lion roster. You look at the Lions roster from, I would say about 50% of the roster is new. You know what I'm saying? If not more, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to get them in there and get them acclimated to that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Coach Mike's going to come back on a Monday and we'll ask him a question. We go, huh? What? Huh?
Right. Oh yeah. Well, one thing that they can do, I don't know if you guys have ever been to training camp.
No.
But I did. I went to the mall in Dearborn, Fairlane Mall, and went on the bus and went to Lions practice. They got speakers out there at the practice field, and they can turn them up, and it's loud, so they can simulate crowd noise with those speakers. So that's one thing that I did notice when I was there. So they do have that ability.
Well, we're
definitely
at least
when they go inside as well. Oh yeah, definitely when they go inside the practice as well. When they go inside the bubble inside Allen Park, where they can definitely get that thing cranked up.
We are definitely going to restore the fans roar this September. I just hope everything is safe and is back to normal, and everybody has a good time, and nobody gets anything. Would be all right. I really hope that. That's the main concern. All right, Kurt, we're going to walk over to the Wall of Fame real quick, and let's see who's on the Wall of Fame today.
All right, for our Wall of Fame, man, we got to start with our bronze members: Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, Bubba Bo, John Campler. Detroit Lions Talk with Micro Mike. What up, Mike? The Subsea Trap City Boys Entertainment. Art Allen, Bo Garakis, Brian Stover, new to the Going Browns members, Krista Wiley, Steve Castillo, Batman of the 313, John Martin, Jimbo G. What up, Jimbo?
What up, Jimbo G?
The Latino Lion. For our silver members, we have Nomis J. We have Jason Porter's Cap Ice Cold and Go Lions. All right, for our gold member, we have Bob Corso, North End Ken, Just in the D, Larry McQuiston, Randall Flag 606. What up, Randall? Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, and you know who it is, the Doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. For more information about becoming a member of the Wall of Fame, just click the Join Now button or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen for more information about how to become a member of the Wall of Fame.
Now we got comment cards, and I love this section of the show. We're going to do it a little differently today. We're going to pop up an actual comment on the side here, and I think that's going to be really cool. So I hope you like the new look of the show. We're going to try to keep doing that if time permits. So, all right. Number one today, blue and silver. About these QB rankings, in my opinion, you can interchange any of these quarterbacks from 16 to 26. And of course, they put the Lions one at 26, LOL. I don't hate it, though, because I'm not saying he's necessarily hands down better. I think he's better than 26. Blue and silver, friend of the show. Thank you for the comment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's better than that. I think he's better. Yeah.
Right.
All right. The next up we have Turner C. Burley. He's a member of the Wall of Fame as well. He says Goff will be fine because he won't be throwing 30 plus times each game. The Lions are going to run the ball and control the clock. God, I hope so.
Yeah.
I can't see how they couldn't run the ball with this offensive line. I mean, it just, for me, if this when healthy thing, if they stay healthy, then I think that this is going to be a really good run orientated team.
Oh yeah. Chuck Forget. I wonder if that's his real name. Chuck Forget.
I don't know. I forgot. Oh, I'm kidding.
Right. Dan C has raised the profile of the Lions immensely. Just look around at the hires.
Yes.
Going in a different direction, a very mean, tough team to play. We will witness a war in the trenches. Bring it on. Be well, you guys. Always a pleasure.
Man, thanks, Chuck. That is really cool. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he really is. It's just the level of intensity is going to be raised. I don't know how much that will translate to on the field play, but definitely it's really going to be intense. So, oh yeah.
I agree. John Thrasher says PFF purely for fantasy. I like that. Mm-hmm. Since Chris Collinsworth, wide receiver for the Bengals formerly, bought this company, gets tons of publicity from NBC Sunday night games, which is too bad. Here are red zone combined stats compiled from 2017 to 2020 between Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff. Passes to completions, touchdowns to interceptions. So Stafford had 248 passes, 127 completions, 57 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jared Goff had 291 passes, 177 completions, 81 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Which guy do you want when you get close to the goal line? Wow. That's interesting. I'd like his running backs and his offensive line, but we have an offensive line now too. So, hey. I mean, you know what? There is no one that wants Jared Goff to succeed more than I think we all do. Mm-hmm. We don't think he may be the future, but who knows? Maybe we don't need a huge arm quarterback or a big name guy to get us through. That way we don't have to pay him so much money in the future. We'll see.
There you go.
Right now we're paying him a hell of a lot of money, but
yeah. All right, fellow DSA member Luke G.
Luke G.
of Luke G's Field Review. That whole story was BS. Yes. They said that they could not confirm if it was true or not yet reported. I was beyond disgusted at the story coming out. I love all of your views. Now, this is the Matt Campbell, Dan Campbell saga that was poorly reported by CBSSports.com. So I'll feel you, Luke. There's a trash story, man. It's just bad reporting.
Awful.
Off with their heads. Big West Kevin says, I'm glad they hired the right Campbell. I don't like the idea of hiring college coaches and giving them full control of personnel decisions with no NFL experience. Me either. His press conferences are going to be more entertaining than some of the games this year. Wow, you know what?
Absolutely.
Wow, I mean, they might be on the same level. I don't know, man. Them games gonna be exciting, man. To see them players, man. So, but I understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Go ahead, Jim.
No,
It's
it's just crazy. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like we said about that story, man. It was just terrible. But I like the fact that we go. I think that's true. I think that those press conferences definitely one of those things where it's going to be entertaining, and Sheila Ford better have her checkbook ready, because the Lions definitely going to get fined for some of his press conference, because he ain't gonna put it with that BS with some of the stuff with the refs that some of the other coaches did.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have a swear jar or something like that. I'm not really sure. Something like that.
I mean, hopefully Goodell. Hopefully they raise the awareness, and Roger finally steps down and says, you know what, you can't do this, you can't do that. Maybe he starts suspending some of the refs. You know,
yeah.
You know what though? I believe that holding refs accountable, and one thing I know that the NFL refs union has talked about this, about making them full-time employees, because they're seasonal employees.
Yep.
They're not full employees of the league. Make those guys full employees, because a lot of those guys work all year. I mean, like, you think about this. They have to have refs at OTAs. They have to have refs at the, with those things. Anytime they do anytime workout 7-on-7, or anytime they have any type of internal scrimmages, they have refs there. So make those guys full employees of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good point, Kurt. I mean, people don't realize that the referees, they need to make extra money. So when Green Bay does pay them off, did I say that on the air? I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, because, they're not full-time employees. So they don't get full-time benefits. They don't get, they have to have other jobs and things like that. And when teams can pay them more money to officiate for them, then they make more money. Don't have to work other jobs. It's just perfect. Anyway.
That's dumb. Any ref should be a full-time employee of the league.
Yeah.
Like, what? Because then that jeopardizes, that compromises your credibility to the calls you make.
Yep.
Like that, and they're way, way, way too important of a factor, as we all know here in Detroit. They're way too important of a factor to not be full-time.
I don't think the Fords pay them enough. I just don't.
Well, think about this, and then I'll end it on this. Think about this. They're in the line of fire just as much as the players without the equipment. Think about how many times we see refs get run over on the field. So they're out there putting their livelihoods on the line as well, their health and safety. Right. Because think about how close those guys are, and think about how many times you've seen a ref get in the way or get ran over, or
I don't know. I'm too busy. I'm too busy celebrating. I can't help it. I'm just kidding.
But pay those, make those guys full-time employees. That's all I got to say about
that.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah. All right, let's get to the question of the day. Question of the day is, what do you feel about this fake news and all this stuff that comes out? What is your feeling on it? I mean, how are you outraged? Or, what do you think? So put that in the comments below for us today. And now it's time for my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man Kurt.
All right, so this Dessert with Curt is just kind of heartfelt. I want to reach out to you guys that reach out to me on Facebook and comment. One of them members of the Wall of Fame reached out to me this weekend. Brian Stover. He's he's told me that you remind me of funny ass realistic Lions fans. You all are great. You know what I'm saying? He said even Jim.
Well, thank you.
But between him, Turner C. Burley, other people who just reach out to us, that's part of our family, and that does my heart good to have that, have that interaction with you guys, because we like reporting on the Lions news and rumors, but we're fans like you guys. And it's just heartening to see that, we're getting the love and support from our Detroit Lions on the Prowl family, because you guys don't have to reach out to, and speak to us. You guys could just watch the show and just be good with it. But the fact that you guys, feel comfortable enough to reach out to us, that's great, man, because we're just like you. We're fans just like you. We're human just like you. We have emotions just like you. And this Lions team has tore our hearts out for years just like you. So we appreciate you guys. You guys commenting. I got to keep it real, man. But thanks for that, Brian and Turner C. Burley and all those guys who have reached out to me on Facebook just to comment and give me some kind words, or give the show some kind words about what we do for you guys right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl.
To piggyback on that, and part of my final thoughts for today is going to be on North End Ken and also Dr. Detroit and Randall Flagg and Miles Gibbs, all the people that have been showing up for those Wednesday Zoom calls. They happen at 3:00 for our gold members, and we sit there and we just chat with you guys. And it's a highlight of my week. I look forward to that so much, because there's just so much going back and forth and things that we think, and we just get a chance to interact and get to know you guys. And I think that is one of my biggest things for the week. We are going to have some big announcements coming up, and boy, I can't wait for this to be final, but I still got to wait until it gets finalized. So I could have a couple of guests coming on the show. We'll see how that goes. Remember, Friday, free for all. You never know who's going to show up on Friday, free for all. So we're gonna have that Friday for you at 11 a.m. I hope you like the new look of the show. I want you to comment about that on the comments below about just the new look and the new things that we're trying to do. So really appreciate you. One more thing. On Friday, I was humbled by the super chats that you guys gave us. Just absolutely humbled.
Absolutely, Jim. I agree with you.
I appreciate you guys so much. You don't know how much it means to us. Just thank you. I just want to shout out North End Ken. I want to shout out Jimbo G. There's a couple other ones too, and I'm terrible with remembering things a lot of times, but I just want to make sure that you guys know that we really appreciate you. But that's my final thoughts for today. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, man. We appreciate you guys, man, a lot. It means a lot. You think your comments are really overlooked, or maybe you're just commenting and nobody's paying attention, but we are. We pay attention to everything. I just want to say, man, I just get happier and happier as the days go by, because 2 seasons are getting ready to start. Okay, Detroit Lions and my Northwest Jackson High Mounties. So I'm just getting hyped as the days go by. I got my D-line coach book that I got in there. Maybe I'll kind of show you guys a little bit one day. But yeah, man, I'm getting things down. I'm getting the agility drills down that I'm going to start off in first day of practice, and getting different things down, man. And I just can't wait, man. And just to have the game, on Friday, and then go to the Ford Field on Sunday. My weekends in the fall are gonna be action packed, and I can't wait. So I'm just counting down.
That's amazing. Hey, Kurt,
Yeah.
Take us home, bud.
All right. So my final thoughts for today's show is we try to keep it 100 for you guys right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And I think that I said that we owed you guys our bad on those reporting on those fake stories. So, and we want to keep it 100 for you guys, because real recognize real, and we're real fans just like you guys, and we want to report real stories and real information about the Lions. So, but thank you guys. We're, like Jim said, those super chats on Friday were beyond. I'm speechless on that support that we got, and we really appreciate you guys doing that for us. Jimbo and North End Ken, man, you guys really stepped up and supported the channel during that. So Jim said, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate you guys interacting with us, because we do it for you. I mean, we do this for our Detroit Lions on the Prowl family, and that's why we're here, to make sure we bring you what you need, because we are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, you know what you need to do, baby. If you haven't done so already, join the family, subscribe to the channel. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family, and it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. If you don't get some Lions gear, go over to fanatics.com. The link is in the description. You know you're going to buy it anyway. New jerseys are coming out here real soon, and if you're going to get it, go ahead to fanatics.com. Click the link below, and a portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this platform. And you can check us out for right now over at bellyupsports.com. You know who it is. They got a big upgrade on their website. You can check out this content right over there on that channel. And if not, you definitely can go over and look at some other podcasts and some other talented writers over there with some great content on bellyupsports.com. It's Monday. People, start your week off right. Grind hard, work hard, do what you need to do, and take a sip of that soda and get back to work, baby, because you know what it is, baby. It's lunchtime, Detroit Lions Talk, and we're bringing this to you right here during your lunch hour. And whatever you do, when you're grinding it out, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, Mike and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.